Hey guys, Ben America's Baseball Camps here, just touching base in regards to your swing and swing mechanics from the camp that you attended in Arizona, and just wanted to go through these with you. Just got done reviewing it and wanted to tell you about what I see and some things you can maybe do to get yourself better going into your season. First thing I would do is, because you're nice and tall and you're athletic, I want to get your lower half more engaged into your swing. So the first thing I would do, and again, these are all things that I would recommend as a former pro player, but doesn't mean you have to do, but would suggest that you try these things, to watch this video over and over again, to jot a couple things down and go work at them outside, that type of thing. The first thing I would do is I would get your knees much more bent and get yourself more in an athletic position so you can really engage that lower half. We are a little top heavy, which means we're a little bit tall. And you end up forward a little bit, so this is going to get your lower half more involved and get you stronger at contact. In regards to anything else in your stance, your eyes are on the baseball, your hands are in a good spot, your elbows are fine away from your body, everything else looks fine. Your feet are a good distance apart, and that's all good right now. So now, as I get myself going into what's called my launch position, I want you to notice a few things. The biggest thing is we got to work on that front foot. So notice I'm going to draw a circle around your feet down here. And if I back it up, notice what that front foot does. You can see how that opens up every time the front foot lands. And what that does is that's taken away a ton of power in regards to your swing. You can see right now that both feet are actually turned the opposite way of what they should be. Both feet are turned out. And you can see that I get all my arms into the swing compared to getting my lower half. This front side really needs to be closed off to hit against a firm front side. If this is open, you'll see that first movement as my front foot hits. Now let's keep an eye on this front hip right here. So that first movement, when it spins, you can see that hip beginning to go. Once that front hip goes, then I'm going to focus on a lot of arms to do my hitting, and that's going to not be good. So when you land, try to really land closed, and you'll see right now that your heel is actually pointing towards the fence, when actually right now your heel should be facing these guys on deck. And that's very important in regards to our swing, to make sure that you are not going to open up that foot. So at this point of your swing, you want your heel to be facing the guys over there that are on deck, and that's going to make a huge difference in regards to keeping that front foot closed. Going forward a little bit into our swing, not bad in regards to weight transfer. Again, that front side is pretty open. You can see right here, I'd want that foot to be a lot more closed off to hit against a closed front side. It is firm, so that's good, and the most important thing, you have a nice angle here. You do come off with your foot, and that's fine. Just make sure that you don't go out and get it too much. I notice on a couple of the other swings, when your timing's off, you're actually out in front, and you don't let the ball travel. So ideally, you want to be careful if that back foot does come off the ground, that you are on time, or that you're let that ball travel where you don't go out and get that thing out in front too much. Let's see on our finish. You can see in our finish, we kind of finish up tall. And again, I want to try to engage those legs a little bit more. So even after contact, you can see that nice bend in that leg, and you transfer all that weight into that front side, and that's good. But after contact, you can see how it kind of just come up front. So I'm concerned that on balls that you don't have perfect timing on, that you're going to be a little bit out in front, and need to maybe focus on up the middle the other way a little bit more to really get yourself and to stay strong through the baseball. So just one thing to work on here as we go forward. So now going into the next swing here. Again, a little bit tall on our legs. I would focus on bending those knees a little bit more. Going to our step, you can see that front foot and front hip really begin to open up on us. Exposes that, and it's going to transfer a lot to my arms to really stride closed. And again, at this point, your heel wants to be facing these guys on deck over here. See in this one, that ball, it was obviously probably soft toss or short head-on flips. But you can see, don't worry about going out to get that ball. You can see it's kind of off the end. But we just need to let the ball travel more and focus maybe more on getting inside the baseball, more up the middle the other way. You do look good at contact in regards to this position. This is nice and firm. It's a little bit open on your foot, so just got to close that off your head's on the baseball, just a little bit out in front. And again, we kind of come up and straighten out our legs at the finish here. At your finish, try to get in the habit of just holding your finish and really stand on your backside to really keep this back leg nice and bent to really finish your swing and hold and letting the ball travel. I would do a lot of tee work, maybe set the ball up away, middle, and in, but focus just being really strong at contact and finishing your swing and just really staying there and holding your finish. I think will help you in regards to your strength. You can see you kind of fell over after that swing a little bit, so I think it's important to keep that balance and to keep that finish here. Let's look at another one here for our third swing. Again, front side open up a little bit. Be a little cautious. This front arm's a little bit stiff. You can see right there, a little bit stiff on that front arm, and you want to kind of keep that back where that thing is not going to be locked out. So what I would do is focus on putting that on your shoulder and keeping, at this point, just a nice little arc and not have your arm look like that until you get to contact, because then that makes us cast and make us long. So you always want to try to be short to the ball and then long through the ball. And I think that's going to be really important in regards to your swing on faster pitching. On slower pitching, you'll kind of get away from it. You'll get away with it, but on faster pitching, you will not. Good at contact right there. Your head's on the ball, palm up, palm down position. So it's in pretty good shape in regards to that. Let's see how you do on our finish. You can see on that finish how we lock our leg out. Let's get in the habit of not doing that, because that's going to push you off your backside. And if your timing's off just a little bit, you're going to be inconsistent and go out in front or be underneath some balls. So really try to stay back with that head position and focus on finishing off. You can really stick your landing. You do move your feet a lot after you're done swinging, and that's something to work on, is really that focusing on that finish and kind of holding that finish. You did a pretty good job on that one, but again, we came off our backside a little bit. So I think engaging your lower half is going to be big for you, because we can get a lot more power out of your swing. You can be more consistent, focus on hitting the ball the other way more compared to going out in front and maybe more on the pull side. So just a couple things to work on that we see at camp for you, and we appreciate you coming to Arizona and look forward to having you back. So have a great season, and we'll see you next time.